to Hellcat Racing Network. This is Billy Gnosis here, and I'm going to, here in my little hangar, I'm going to do a quick review. I'm going to walk around and let you guys check out the 3 current race ships in the game, and then I'm going to take them out for a little test lap. So let's head on down and take a look at our ships. You kind of run like a douche in this game. You can see it from up here. We have the 350R from Origin Jumpworks with a little bit of bugging on the graphics there. Next is the Mustang Gamma by the Consolidated Outlands. And the furthest one down is the M50 Interceptor, also by Origin Jumpworks. So let's head down for a closer look. Sometimes the M50 is the 350 is my favorite. Sometimes it's the M50. I really like the styling of the ship. It's slightly more multi-rolled, multi-purposed than the M50. You can put a little more guns on it. Got the size 3 up here on the nose. We have 2 size 2s on the wingtips, and it carries 2 size 1 missiles. You can open it up over here. It's got a cool little door system. This is the fastest ship in the game, I believe, currently. Not 100% on it. It is the fastest racing type ship. It's got a nice little cockpit in here. It doesn't seem to be as nimble as the M50, but the extra speed might make up for that depending if that fits your flying style or not. On some tracks I prefer this ship, the 350R, on the longer course. And this is the Mustang Gamma. It's basically your introductory racing ship, I'd say. I've read somewhere that it's going to have a lot of overclocking ability and wiggle room. Not sure what that means. It's not quite as nimble as the Origin ships, but it's a lot more, I guess versatile would be the way to say. You can take a little more damage. It's more resilient. That's the word I'm looking for. I personally do not like flying this ship. I can, but I prefer the Origin ships to this one for sure. Or even the Merlin, I almost prefer over the Gamma. But nice little cockpit area. Take a look at the ship. I didn't sit in the other one, but I don't think it's really necessary since you could walk in it without sitting down. Nice little ship here, the Mustang Gamma. Not my personal favorite. Maybe you would like it. Not quite as fast or as nimble as the other ones, but apparently it's going to have room for upgrades and overclocking. I think it has a bigger boost tank, more boost fuel than the other 2 ships. With the M50 having the smallest, the Gamma having the largest, and the M50R, or the 350R, being somewhere in between. This one usually is my personal favorite ship. It is the M50 Interceptor. Usually when I race, I would remove all the weapons from it. I haven't raced this one for a while, so it still has weapons on it. I think the lighter ship should make you faster. I'm not sure if it's implemented in the game yet at this phase or not. I love them little bubble glitches there. The M50 is super nimble, almost as fast as the 350R. A lot smaller in cross-section and profile, so you can fit those tighter shortcuts a little easier in it. I think overall it is the favored racing ship right now. I'm kind of looking forward to see what the Razor is going to be like. I hear it will regenerate boost faster, or while flying, than the other ships. Well, not faster, just while flying. The other ships, to regain your boost, you need to go through the tower and it'll start filling up. So when you're finishing a lap and you're running low on boost, like on the long course, it's beneficial to slow down a little bit. These are the 3 ships. Looking at them, a little walk around. We'll walk past them again, and we'll take them out to the test track and run a couple laps on the short track, because I think that's probably the best way to do it. And I'll talk a little bit about how they fly. So give me a moment, and we will exit out of this and go into a race. First, we'll start out with the Mustang. So upcoming soon, we have our first interview and real event. We're going to have 10 for the Raceman. We're going to sit down with the #1 ranked pilot on the leaderboards, and we're going to have some questions for him, run some laps. It'll be a good time. It'll be next Sunday, June 4th. So tune in to check that out. Here we go with the Mustang on our hot laps.
Checkpoint.
And it's a decent ship. It flies alright. I think it's a little less responsive than the other twos. But I could see how it could be like that. I kind of would not have done that. The other two ships would stop a lot quicker. And I probably wouldn't have blacked out like that. But not my favorite. Maybe it's for you. The controls seem a little more sluggish than the other two ships. And I mean, but the extra boost fuel and stuff, you know, everybody will have their own ship. You gotta find your niche ship, the one that is for you. Whenever you're racing, you want to turn off your G-Safe. Something the world, people who want to race need to come to terms with, that you're not going to win a race with G-Safe on. Sure, you probably aren't going to black out as much, and this shit won't happen, but you're definitely not going to go as fast. It's up to you, man.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Just I'll run 3 laps with each ship,
Checkpoint.
and then I'll switch over to the next ship.
Complete. Checkpoint.
Follow that. Just reset it. I'm not really a fan of this ship, and I will do another video probably tomorrow or in the next couple of days where I will review the best non-racing ships for racing. So things that are a little more versatile. Maybe you want to own them. If you have an interest in racing and combat.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
We'll black out. I think we're going to make it through the hoop.
Start.
Nope. Fail.
Checkpoint.
It does have a nice, I kind of like the sound. It's kind of Star Wars-y sound to it. For some reason, that's what I think.
Checkpoint.
And this will be the start of our last lap with the Mustang Gamma, and now we'll switch over to the M50.
Checkpoint. 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 Lap complete.
And that will be all the laps for the Mustang Gamma. So we'll look at it in the flying world. We're crashing it. We lost a little part. Here we go. We're going to pull out the next ship now. This is going to be the M50 Interceptor. I'll run the exact same course and everything. I have to say right now, I do favor the Origin JumpWorks ships. But anyways, thank you for tuning in, whoever this is, to this random recording stream. Check it out from the beginning to see the ships and everything. Right now I'm in the test phase. I'm racing the M50 Interceptor currently.
Go. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Just recording these live because that's my thing. I don't like to do a million hours and try to get the perfect race, because I'm kind of a perfectionist, and if I was recording this, it would take me forever, so I just go with what happens. See, the M50 is definitely more my kind of ship, as you can tell if you watched the previous one, that I was doing not so well with the Mustang Gamma, but still blacking out on this, but I feel a lot more comfortable in the Origin ships. They fit my flying style, I believe. Everybody is different though. We're all unique little snowflakes.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
I've been having an issue with the starts of these videos. I might even have to redo this one. Hopefully it started when I wanted it to.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Yeah, it's a little shortcut there for you guys. If you haven't checked out my other tutorials, I go over in more detail how to race your ship more effectively. The more advanced tutorials, you already know how to move and fly, and you want to set better lap times, you can check them out. And I'm in the top 100. I'm not the best racer in the game, but I'm around 60 on 2 tracks and ranked right at 100 on the 3rd.
Checkpoint.
I'm a decent pilot, and I think I can race just about anything. I have a video where I'm racing a Drake Cutlass, and I win almost every race, including a race versus an M50. I beat it twice with the Drake Cutlass. You can check that out. A little trolling action and accidental blackout. So this is my 2nd lap. I'm going to finish this lap and then one more lap, and we're going to move on to the M50. I mean the 350R. They're too similarly named, but not for me. I always call them the wrong thing. But here we go. We have another guy tuning in. Welcome to the ship reviews. I'm testing and reviewing all 3 of the current racing ships. So check it out from the beginning if you want to catch up on that, or you can check it out when I'm done streaming. So right now I'm testing the M50 Interceptor on the laps.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Thanks for tuning in. This is the Hellcat Racing Network, and I am your host, Billy Gnosis. You can find me on leaderboards and on Spectrum.
Complete. Checkpoint.
And upcoming soon, I'm going to have an interview with the #1 ranked racer, Backbone. That'll be next Sunday. We're going to sit down together. We're going to have 10 questions for him. You can submit a community question on the Spectrum. There is a form for it there. And we're going to run some hot laps with him and ask him some questions. So you'll get to see the current best racer on this channel. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, follow. If you like what you're seeing and you enjoy this Star Citizen racing. Another blackout there, and this will be... I've done 4 laps with this ship. I'm pretty fast with it. So I do this will be my last lap once I go through the tower.
Checkpoint.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hellcat Racing Network, we are flying the M50 Interceptor for our test and review video. I'll be doing a second video for my favorite non-racing specified ships. So check that out. That'll be coming out in the next day or 2. I try to do a video per day, whether it's something with a theme or just me streaming my racing.
Checkpoint.
This is the last lap with the M50 Interceptor. Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Checkpoint.
Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the 10 for the Raceman on Spectrum. It'll be live on this channel on Sunday, June 4th.
Checkpoint.
Sitting down with Pento's Ace Backbone.
Checkpoint.
So this is the last of the laps. I'm going to be pulling out the 350R next, so give me a moment to navigate through these menus. So 350R, that and the M50 are currently my 2 favorite ships. It's hard for me to pick one right now. I prefer them both, honestly, depending on which track I'm running. Both really great ships.
3, 2, 1.
So here we are, we're going to run 3 or 4 laps in the 350R. That pipe, sounds like a turbo up there. But that hiss it makes when you hit the afterburner, I like that sound. Reminds me of a turbocharger. Which is kind of why I've come to love this ship, I think.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Not quite as nimble as the M50, but we got more peak engine output, so it's a lot faster on the straight line, but a little bit less nimble than the M50.
Checkpoint.
Still a great ship. I like them all. Mustang even is okay if you're on a budget, but I personally own the M50. Thinking about maybe changing it to a 350R, not 100%. A little mistake there, that's what you get when you're flying these things live.
Complete.
Check me out on the leaderboards, on Spectrum, like, subscribe, follow. 10 with the Race Man coming up soon. We're going to have the #1 ranked racer. I've said this a few times, but I'd like to get people to like this, watch this, and to submit some questions via Spectrum. Nobody has done it yet. It's only been up for about a day now, so not too surprised by that. Hopefully I'm hoping to take 4 community questions, and the other 6 will be provided by me and Betty Putz, my kind of streaming partner at the moment.
Checkpoint.
Black out there. I could have corrected that. Some tips and tricks on how to better handle your ship. I have a couple tutorials on racing and handling an advanced racing ship.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Stop. Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Lap complete.
I'm going to do one more lap after this, and then I'm going to call it the end of the video. I might go back to the garage, the hangar one more time, and walk by the ships and recap. And that'll be the end of this ship review. Thank you guys for tuning in and checking it out. Billy Gnosis with the Hellcat Racing Network.
Checkpoint.
I'm used to being on Discord, and I hit the talk button there.
Checkpoint.
Held down my push to talk, which doesn't allow me to race very well. So I'll make it another lap after this, yeah.
Checkpoint. 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 Lap complete. Checkpoint. Checkpoint.
Back out.
Checkpoint. Stand by for reintegration.
Shouldn't drink too much.
Checkpoint. Stand.
That's it. It's a little clunkier. I get used to flying the M50 and it fits places this guy does not. A little bigger cross section, but a little faster and a little more fuel. So I'm going to find the ship that fits you best. These are my opinions on them. Nothing I say here is fact. So you guys want to argue with me about these things I say, you're more than welcome to, but these are just my opinions on the current racing ships, and this is my last lap with the the 350R.
Checkpoint.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Checkpoint. 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 Lap
And
complete.
that's it for the M50. I'm going to walk back and do another walk around to the ships, and then we'll call it a video. I've just rented these extra ships with wreck, so I could do this. I do not own all the racing ships, so that would be really cool though. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I check out the video from the beginning. I just finished my test phase, and I'm going to do another walk around of the 3 racing ships, and then I'm going to end this stream. So here we have the 350R up close and personal. This black and yellow paint job. I love the shape and styling of this ship. A little more versatile than the M50. Still a great looking ship here. It is my second or first favorite. It's kind of tied with the M50 right now. And as we continue down this way, we will see the the Mustang Gamma from Consolidated Outlands. It's a nice little ship, good for starting out. It's a little more rough and tumble. I'm sure when permadeath is thing in the verse, the ship is going to keep you alive a little better, but it doesn't quite deliver the same performance as the Origin ships. Still not a big fan, but I approve of the Mustang Gamma. Not my favorite ship. It's here, it's about to come into view. The M50. It's likely my favorite ship. It's a little smaller, well, a lot smaller than the 350R. Almost as fast, a bit more nimble, and with a lot smaller cross section, it's easier to squeeze in the tighter spots. I'm pretty sure this is the current favorite among all of the racers. I checked this stream out from the beginning. I walk around the ships, I do some hot laps in them, and then I come back here and we're wrapping up right now. So thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go up and do a top-down view on these guys, and then we will end the stream. This is Billy Gnosis with the Hellcat Racing Network. All of your Star Citizen racing needs. Coming up soon, we have 10 for the Raceman. We have an interview with the #1 ranked racer on the leaderboards, and that will be Sunday, June 4th. We will sit him down. You can get details and submit a question for him on the Spectrum. That's Star Citizen's official, basically, Discord-looking program. And this is Billy Gnosis and the Hellcat Racing Network calling this the end of our ship tour video. In the next couple of days, I'm going to drop another video where I'm going to review and fly some of the less official good racing ships that aren't tagged as racing. So stay tuned for more racing content in the future and a daily stream, hopefully. Thank you, guys. And check out 10 for the Raceman when that comes around. As well as Batty Putts, my streaming partner, is running a competition called the RAC Open. Check that out. You can register by commenting on his video. You will select 32 racers, and they will compete through a series of races, which the winner will be given a Mustang Gamma. So check that out. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, safe.